Yo, what it is, world? It's your boy Jay News, and you are now listening to Not Rated Radio on Dash Radio's Dash Discover. And today we have a super talented female MC, singer,
Thank you.
songwriter on the show. It's my pleasure to introduce Nubiian G. How you doing, love?
Man, what's up? How you doing? I really appreciate that intro, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Hold on, let me get your volume right.
For sure.
No doubt. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for hopping on the show. You know, it's a pleasure. I got to, hear some of your stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, damn.
Man,
I'm
thank you.
talking about. I'm
No, I
talking about.
appreciate you, man. I've been seeing you long before. Like, I've seen you so many times on social media. So this is a hell of an opportunity for me.
Nah,
So
definitely. No
yeah.
doubt. Thank you. So how we get this started is by giving everybody a brief summary on who Nubiian G is from the start of your career to where you are now.
Okay, so I go by Nubiian G, and I'm a singer-songwriter, also a creative entrepreneur, entrepreneur side. But as far as music goes, I started music around 21. I officially gave it an attempt at 21, but I feel like I started officially at 22 because I got into a car accident that like sat me down for the rest of the
Oh,
year.
damn.
So yeah, and just as far as like rapping, I never grew up rapping. I grew up singing, I grew up writing, but rapping is still new to me. Probably like 6 years into rapping and writing, I'm still fairly new to this.
Okay.
So, and then I come from Carson, California. I'm from the section of Del Amo, and that's pretty much like the South Bay region of Los Angeles County. So,
Got you.
yeah,
Got you.
man.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely dope. Because I heard what the track, is it Days? Haze?
Nowadays, yeah.
Nowadays, yeah. And I was like, damn, switching up the flow, the rhythmic. And, I was like, damn, this is actually really, really good. So who inspires you to make music?
I feel like it's life inspires me to make music off top, but
Hmm.
just things that I've gone through, whether they're positive or negative, and just hip hop period. Like my brother is big into music. He passed away a couple years ago, but he's really the main reason why I've been pursuing it and pushing forward. If I had to name some artists, maybe like Ice Cube, Big L, Bahamadia, Debrat, those are like some of my influences. But it's really my brother because he was big into rapping, writing, producing, all
Okay. All right. So with doing that and being a female in the industry, talk about the ins and outs you go through with being a female, singer, songwriter / MC.
that. I feel like as a female, for me as of right now, I have to work 10 times harder, being that I'm going into a male dominated industry. So I feel like I have to have several things up my sleeve, whether that's producing, engineering myself, rapping, singing, writing. Like I said in a past interview, I can't be one dimensional. And I would say that for all female artists, you got to be knowledgeable of a little bit of everything. So I
Yeah.
feel like for me, I just got to be on my shit. I got to work 10 times harder.
Okay. Yeah, because I like that because it's just like nowadays, just with anything, you got to have like multiple, I would say, hustles. But coming from the situation of females being in the game and being in the industry is just like it's always cool and different to hear like the different scenarios they coming through and how they can build up what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? It's always I like those kind of stories. I like those stories, especially with black women. You know what I'm saying? It's like overcoming and achieving areas where we're not able to achieve it in most cases. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely dope. So for the people that haven't heard your sound, explain a little bit of your sound. What is your sound like when it comes to
It's
music?
crazy. It's crazy because when people ask me, usually I have a little bit of trouble describing my sound, so I just play them the music. But if I had to describe it, I would say it's more so. It's like it's hip hop soul. It's melodic. It's
Mm,
G funk, that bounce groove shit.
yeah.
That's overall what I feel like my sound is. I feel like it's strong too because again my influences is like Tupac, for example. So I'm always mimicking how he approaches the track. So that's how I approach a track sometimes. But I
Okay.
would definitely say it's more hip hop soul, G funk, groove shit.
I
That's
like
how I would describe it. West Coast shit.
West Coast shit. Okay, now going into your name. Now your name is very interesting. Talk a little bit about that. Does that bring out your creativity from what you just described with the G funk and there's the West Coast shit. There's Nubiian
Yeah.
G. Like, talk a little bit about your name.
So my name is Nubiian G, and the three I's in my name stands for beauty, will, and intellect. And where I got that from was an African queen who's actually from the city of Nubia. I was just like doing some research.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up naming myself Nubian because, for one, my coworkers who didn't know my name when I used to drive buses, they
Gotcha.
used to just call me Nubian. So I took Nubian and did some more research on it. And then also, Nubian is having pride in my African heritage off top.
Gotcha.
And then the G in my name stands for God. And that's really just me realizing the God within myself. And
Mhm.
I'm looking to inspire others,
There
to
you
see the
go.
God within themselves and really work to take the steps to be a better version of themselves, if that makes sense. I want people to realize that. So that's kind of overall what Nubian G stands for. Is having pride in my African heritage. The three I's is beauty, will, and intellect.
Mhm.
And then the G is God. I want other people to realize the God within themselves. Don't forget that.
Don't. I like that. I like that message right there. Don't forget that because a lot of times I feel like society we find ourselves as do forgetting that. So we got to always put in ourselves like go out there and get it and God got us no matter what. So I definitely fuck with that.
Absolutely.
Definitely rock with that. So talk a bit about your music. You got anything out right now that you promote or got coming out? What's going on with that?
So what I have out right now is I have hiatus and blooded in rotation. And as of like something coming after that, I should have three projects going. I'm building one project right now after those, which is called Nothing Happens Overnight. It'll be titled NHO. But what I got circulating is hiatus and blunted in rotation. And I
Okay.
believe that's where nowadays is off of.
Okay. So those are the projects that you have.
Yes, I have two out right now. And then I'm working like on three others that I'm trying to build.
Okay, now talk a little bit about the projects. How did those come about? How many songs are on them, and how long ago did you drop them?
So with hiatus, I dropped that back in December, so it lingered into January. And
Gotcha.
then with blunted in rotation, it was about like February into March ish right now.
Okay.
With hiatus, I ended up walking away from music for about 4 years or so because my brother and my father passed away. So
Oh,
I strictly just focus on going to work to take care of my household.
got you.
So hence the name hiatus. I had to walk away, but
Mm.
I just knew eventually I would write again. So that's why hiatus came out around December. And it's really just me giving it another shot, giving
Yeah,
it the actual effort and being intentional about my moves because I feel like this is for me. I know that this is for me. So
yeah. There you
yeah,
go.
that's hiatus.
I like the messages that you're giving. It's just like even though you went through your situations, you know what I'm saying, you're breaking through. You're not letting the situations like hold you back from any way. You still standing strong and you still going out there like, look, this is what I'm all about. You either get with it
Yeah.
or you get moving. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
pretty
It's like
much, man. I gotta make it this time around.
nah, I feel that. I definitely respect that. Okay, so before wrapping up this interview though, what would be who would you like to collaborate with in the industry if you had a chance to?
Who would I want to collaborate with? It's a few people. I definitely want to collaborate with Kamaya.
Okay.
West Coast shit, of course. I love
Yeah.
Kamaya from Oakland. Um, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Dreezy. I
Okay.
want to work with Sid from the internet. Um, Damn, who else? Who else? Probably Chris Brown. If
Oh,
I had
okay.
to throw one out
Yeah.
there.
Of course, Chris Crazy. You know what I'm saying? No, no doubt. That's dope right there. I can dig that. I can dig that little list right there. Okay. So with
Missy Elliott. My fault. Let me say that. Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott. Oh yeah, of course, Missy Elliott. Okay, cool. All right. So with this next question, if you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
If I could change anything about the industry, oh, since I'm independent, I don't even really care too much for the industry because I feel like I need to work myself up to eventually have that leverage. But if I had to change anything about the industry, Probably the fact that they solely look at numbers, and I get it because it's a business at the end of the day. But I feel like it's so many talented artists out here that it's just not getting the recognition. They're not getting paid attention to at
Right,
all. So probably, probably that not paying attention to numbers and actually going back to people who are skilled and actually have passion for
right.
this, you know,
No, I
instead
like
of
that.
just clout chasing.
Exactly. That's what with the world we live in. It's just funny because it's like, damn, years before it just used to be solely on just talent and people vibing, and now it just seemed like a numbers game. If your numbers ain't
Yeah,
super high or super this, they don't, and nobody's even giving you a chance. And that's, I wish
yeah,
we could
that's
go back
true.
to that because honestly, that's where I feel like music is kind of, I want to say, take it like it's taken kind of a weaker approach than what it used to be because a lot more people was just like, I just need to get this money. I'm gonna just do whatever. Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
They don't really have the passion for it. So I feel
yeah,
like I definitely agree with that. I feel like we need to get to back to that because that's where music was just like dope. I feel like was back in the '90s, back in the '80s, and just feel like that's
yeah.
where
It don't
it was.
feel the same.
Yeah, it don't feel the same at all. So, I don't know, but
It's
for
okay
sure.
because it's evolving at the same time, so I'm not mad at it.
Oh yeah,
You
of
know.
course. Everything has to evolve, but I'm just saying, just like I wish it's done a little bit better. That's all.
I know what you're saying.
No, but for sure, for sure. But okay, wrapping up this interview, can you give the people one more time where they can get your music, can follow you on the social media, and just get in tune with Nubian G.
So you guys can follow me on Instagram. It's Nubian G with 3 eyes. As far as my music goes, it's on all platforms: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. You can find both of my projects. I'm working on again 3 more projects after that. Nothing happens overnight. To die for. I'm working on the third name. And yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I don't have a Facebook. You can find me on Twitter, Nubian G 3 eyes. And that's where you can find me.
Well, y'all heard that, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all can find her there. So stop playing and get in tune. You heard? So we gonna keep it like this. Thank you again. Like I said, uh,
You,
for hopping on, and we just gonna keep it rolling like that. So,
of course, like man, thank you. Appreciate you.
yo, what it is, world? It's your boy Jay Newsy. You are now listening to Not Rated Radio on Dash Radio's Dash Discover, and today we have a dope guest on the show. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce the one and only Mike Mayjor. How you doing, boss?
What's poppin'? You heard me? I'm good, man. Had a productive day today. Everybody just finished doing a video shoot. We've been shooting all day. I just had a video shoot for this feature I did with DJ Chose. It's gonna be a movie, bro.
Oh, I'm already knowing. I'm already knowing, man. Well, first and foremost, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, man. And how we get this started, man, is by giving a brief summary to all the fans, supporters on, who Mike Mayjor is from the start of your career to where you are now.
Shit, Mike Mayjor, I'm just Mike Mayjor. Shit, I'm a kid from New Orleans, you heard me? I'm in Houston now. I started rapping. I ain't always fuck with the music, you hear me? But I
Yeah,
started rapping kinda on accident, you hear me?
yeah.
It was 2013, and I had just split up with my BM and shit.
Hmm.
So I had went back to my city. We was in Dallas, so I went back to my city. I went back to New Orleans. I had moved with my cousin for a little bit, and he was rapping and shit. And one
Okay.
day we were just chilling, we was smoking it high, getting high and shit. And he was like, he had wrote a verse, and he was like, "Fuck it, you might as well get on the second verse." I was like, "Fuck it," so I did it. Then the next day we went to the studio. You heard me? I laid the verse. Then when they played that shit back, it was like, damn, I fell in love with it. You heard me? So
Yeah.
that's how that shit went. I used to be, ball was life for me. I used to be a basketball head.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah,
position?
shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you. Yeah. Out back in the day for me too, man. Shooting guard / point. So yeah, man, ball is life was back in the day for real.
yeah.
Right?
I was always the in between height. You heard me? Like not too tall, but not too
Yeah.
short type thing.
No, I got you.
6'2". Yeah,
Okay, that's smooth. That's smooth. So you say you living in Houston now?
yeah. I'm living in downtown Houston. You heard me?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
All right. So you was talking earlier when we were starting off the show about this single that you have coming out. Talk a little bit more about that and explain to the people what you got going on.
Look Into My Eyes. That's a single that's produced by my head producer T Ray. That's a it's a chill vibes track. That's what I like that track. That's the first track I ever did like that.
Mm-hmm.
I had some help with my homie Match. He was in the studio with me when we worked on that.
Okay.
I think it's one of my favorite tracks because it's the first time I ever did something like that.
Yeah.
Like as far as projecting my voice the way I did when I recorded.
Okay. Okay. So you have a video out for that, or do you have a video that you're working on for that?
Now it's already done. We getting ready to drop it though. We getting everything set for the marketing and everything. But we getting ready to drop it. It's already done. It's already shot, edited, and all that.
Okay. All right. All right. Does it any? I know as an artist and making these moves and doing everything like that. Do you know what like a time frame is going to be dropped, or is it just like still pretty much just like till the paperwork and everything else is done, then we'll have an official date?
I mean, it'll probably be like I say like 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks?
Maybe not even 3. Maybe like 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Like I said, everything already done. So I done previewed it on the Instagram and all that. So shit. Yeah, like 2 weeks. We'll be good.
All right.
Then the DJ Chose joint we just shot today. That's gonna be like 5 weeks from now.
All right. So just right in time for the summertime.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big dog.
Okay. All right. Talk a little bit more about. So you say you got the singles that you drop in in the future. Talk a little bit about to our people out there that haven't really heard your music. What is your sound? Describe your sound to the people.
My sound is like I say it's unorthodox. It's just whatever. Because I could go pop, I could go rock, I could go trap, I could go whatever. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's just I just got a whole bunch of tracks. Like I could just go whatever, bro. I just say it's unorthodox. You
know what I mean? Okay.
Like my last project, Serious, it was like a pop album type shit.
Oh shit, bro.
You know so yeah, it was nice, bro. It was fun making that shit. You know? That was my first time even trying it, but it's something that come easy. It's like I don't really box myself in. I just let it go, and whatever come out, that's what come out.
Okay. Now, are you more of an artist that writes down his stuff, or it just comes with the freestyle?
I do both.
Okay.
Yeah, I do both because it just depends on how I'm feeling. You know? If I'm just up there and I'm feeling it and I'm vibing, I can go and freestyle. You know? If I'm just I don't know. Sometimes I freestyle, sometimes I write.
Okay.
But my favorite thing to do is when I'm just in that mood, just go in there and just go. That's when I record my best shit. When I don't write.
When you don't write, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I talked to a few artists and it's different types of like some write, some don't write, and it's cool to hear the stories about how their creative process comes about. So yeah, definitely agree with that.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like sometimes I do some shit on accident, then it just might sound.
It might
good.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I dig that. All right, talk to me a little bit about your music influences. Who are you listening to? Who you get the vibe from? Like,
who I listen to right now,
or just in general when it comes to music?
I listen to Wayne.
Okay.
Post Malone.
Okay.
St. John. Uzi.
Yeah, dope. Okay.
The Baby, Lil Baby. Who else? Dirk.
Okay, yeah, Dirk. For sure.
Yeah, I'm fucking with Pooh Shiesty too.
Yeah. That nigga tough right there. That nigga tough right there.
I just kind of fuck with everything, bro. Like, I just like what I like. Whatever I think cool, that's just what it is. Man.
Right. Okay. Now with the pandemic slowly, it feels like coming to an end. What are the next moves for you moving forward?
Man, well, during the pandemic, I'm gonna say this, like for a lot of people it was kind of bad and shit, but for me, it gave me time to catch up. So now I'm all caught up. Now I feel like I'm ready to go. This time, like last year, a lot of extra shit happened, but this time, like I said, the pandemic, all the COVID gave me time to catch up.
Right.
And actually get ahead. So now I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? I got a lot of shit that we have done. We just gotta put it out there. And we just gotta find. I'm basically I gotta find my market, you know what I mean? That's where we at.
Okay. Yeah,
yeah, everything ready to go. I'm set, everything, we good. So
okay. He's ready to go. I hear that. All right. So we're going into this next question, and before wrapping this up, what would you say was the best advice that was given to you?
The best advice, like for music,
just for music, or just in general, just like what was some advice that just stuck with you? He's like, damn,
man. For me, it's take it day, live each day by day, live day by day.
Okay.
Because me, like I overthink and I overanalyze, and sometimes I'll be too far in the future, and I'll be too far out of the now. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot for me. But that's like I say that's the best advice that could ever been told to me. Because that for me, that was a problem for me, being always trying to overplan shit and overdo shit, and then when it don't happen that way, then it's like fuck, man. But yeah, I feel like that's the best advice that I was given.
Okay, that's great advice. Because I feel like like you were saying, just as artists, as people, as individuals, man, we just gotta live day by day. Or it's just tough in the situation we in, man. So I definitely just agree on that. Just living day by day and just getting to what you got to get to at the end of it all. I fuck with that. Well, man, going into this last question, man, so who would you like to collaborate with?
Like number one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wayne.
Yeah, that'd be hard. That'd be tough.
That's just because that's a hometown native.
Yeah.
That was my number one all time. Like that's my number one all time out of everything.
Okay. Yeah, that's a dope one. Yeah, I fuck with Wayne still to this day, man. He's the GOAT forever, man, in my books. And to a lot of others too, man. So yeah, I definitely respect that. Okay. All right, but thank you, Mike Mayjor, man. It's a pleasure, man, for you to hop on the show and chop it up with us. Let us know what you got going on, the music you dropping, and everything like that. But before we go, can you drop your info on where people can follow you, where people can listen to your music right now? That'd be great.
Hey, y'all can follow me on all platforms at Mike Mayjor, MikeMayjor. Don't forget to add the Y before the J.
Hey.
That's on everything. Mike Mayjor on everything. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all that.
Okay. Well, y'all heard the man. Make sure y'all go run it up. Make sure y'all check out the singles and the new shit that he's coming out with for this summertime.
And look, I just dropped a freestyle today. You heard me? Stuck in transit. I dropped the video and the audio, so make sure they check that out too.
Oh yeah, you make sure everybody go check that out, man. Y'all follow the man. Check out his links. Run up them views. And my man Mike, man, like I said, it's a pleasure. You stay safe out there, and let me know when you out here in Cali, man. We definitely have to link up.
Sure. All right. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Not a problem, boss, man. I'll talk to you.
One.
All right, man.